Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their dreams while others struggle to get ahead, today's video will give you the answers. We're going to talk about the mindset of high achievers. What do they do differently? What drives them to keep going, even when things get tough? How do they stay focused, disciplined, and motivated? High achievers aren't born with special gifts. They develop habits and a way of thinking that leads them to success. And the best part is, you can do the same. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the key traits that high achievers practice every single day. You'll discover how they take responsibility, how they keep pushing for growth, and how they handle challenges without giving up. So if you're ready to change the way you think and start taking action toward your goals, stay with me. This is your chance to tap into the habits that can truly make a difference in your life. Let's dive in and get started. Number 1, they take responsibility for everything in their life. Let me tell you something straight, something that can change your life if you really understand it. You are where you are today because of the choices you've made. Now, I know some of you might say, well, I didn't choose this, or it's not my fault. But the truth is, if you really want to get where you want to go, if you want to build the life you dream of, you need to take full responsibility for everything in your life. Here's the thing about high achievers. They don't make excuses. They don't blame their upbringing, their job, or the economy for where they are. They don't sit around waiting for someone to fix things for them. They take responsibility. Everything they have, everything they've done, they've earned through their own actions and decisions. And you can do the same. Now, I'm not saying you can control everything. Bad things happen to good people. There will be challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. But what high achievers understand is this: you can control your response. You can control how you react to life's challenges. And once you understand that, once you realize you have control over your own responses, you've taken the first step toward being a high achiever yourself. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself when things go wrong. It means owning up to your actions and choices, and understanding that the life you have right now is the result of the things you've done up until now. And here's the exciting part. If you're not happy with where you are, that means you have the power to change it. You don't have to wait for the right moment. You don't have to wait for someone to give you permission. You start right now by taking responsibility for your life and your future. So let's break it down. The reason why some people achieve big things and others don't is because those who achieve take full responsibility for where they are. They don't sit around complaining. They get up and go to work. They make decisions. They learn from their mistakes. They don't let failure stop them. They use it to get better. But here's where the magic happens. Once you start taking responsibility for your life, you stop looking at what's wrong with the world and start looking at what's wrong with you. And when I say wrong, I don't mean it in a negative way. I'm talking about taking a good, honest look at your own actions, habits, and decisions. You start asking yourself, what can I do differently today? High achievers look at themselves first. They know that if they want to improve their life, they need to improve themselves. They focus on growth, on getting better every single day. It's easy to blame others for where we are, right? My boss doesn't appreciate me. The economy's tough. I didn't have the right opportunities. But high achievers know this. Your success doesn't depend on your boss, the economy, or luck. Your success depends on you. It depends on the decisions you make every day. You can't wait around for someone to hand you your dream. It's not going to happen. It's not going to come from your parents, your friends, or anyone else. If you want success, you have to go after it. You have to create it for yourself. So here's a question I want you to ask yourself. Are you ready to take full responsibility for your life? Are you ready to stop blaming your past, your circumstances, or other people for where you are? Because when you do, everything changes. You stop being a victim of your circumstances. You start becoming the creator of your life. It's not about blaming yourself or feeling bad. It's about recognizing that you're the one who has the power to change things. The good news is that every day you have the opportunity to make a new decision. You don't have to keep making the same mistakes. You can learn from them. You can do better. And you can take the necessary actions to improve your life. The people who achieve big things are the ones who take responsibility for their future. They don't sit around complaining about what they don't have, what others have done to them. or how tough life is. They simply get to work. They take action. They make decisions. They keep going. And let me be clear, it's not always going to be easy. There are going to be times when you fail. There are going to be times when things don't go your way. But what makes high achievers different is that they don't let failure stop them. They don't give up. They keep going. And they learn from every setback. Every failure is just an opportunity to improve. If you're serious about your goals, about creating the life you want, then you have to take responsibility. No one else is going to do it for you. You are the only one who can change your life. You are the only one who can take the actions needed to make your dreams a reality. So let me say it one more time. Take full responsibility for your life. Don't blame your past, your situation, or other people. Understand that where you are right now is a result of your choices. And if you want something different, you have the power to make it happen. Take that power, make the changes you need to make, and create the life you deserve. The power is in your hands, and once you take full responsibility, your future will be in your control. There's nothing stopping you except for the choices you make today. So take responsibility, take action, and watch your life begin to transform. Number 2, they work on themselves every single day. If you want to reach your goals and live the life you've always dreamed of, you need to understand this one thing. High achievers work on themselves every single day. Now, you might be thinking, I work hard already. I put in my hours. I show up every day. What do you mean by working on myself? Well, let me break it down for you. Working on yourself isn't just about doing your job or checking off tasks. It's about improving who you are as a person. Your mind, your habits, your skills, your attitude, and your mindset. This is what high achievers understand. They don't just work to get things done, they work to get better, and they do it every single day. Here's the thing. If you're not working on yourself, if you're not actively improving and developing your skills, you're falling behind. Life moves fast. The world is changing constantly. And the people who stay ahead, the ones who succeed at the highest levels, are the ones who are always growing. They know that success isn't something you can just achieve once and forget about. It's something you have to continue to build day after day. You see, high achievers are always learning. They understand that the person they are today isn't enough for tomorrow. They're constantly trying to be better, smarter, and more capable. And that's why they set time aside every day to work on themselves. It might be as simple as reading a book, listening to a podcast, or learning a new skill. But the key is that it's something intentional. Every single day, they're doing something that makes them better than they were the day before. And this is where most people fall short. They get caught up in the daily grind. They focus on the tasks at hand, on putting out fires, and on getting through the day. But the people who succeed, the ones who stand out, they don't just focus on the now, they're building for the future. When you start working on yourself every day, you're making an investment in your future. You're saying, I'm not satisfied with where I am today. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to be better. And that's where the magic happens. The more you learn, the more you grow, the more confident you become in yourself. You'll start to realize that you are capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. Let's be real for a moment. Life isn't just about working hard. It's about working smart. And that starts with working on yourself. High achievers know that no matter how much time they put in at the office or on the job, they have to work on their mindset. They have to feed their mind with positive thoughts, with new knowledge, and with a vision for what they want to achieve. If you don't work on your mindset, your growth will always be limited. If you're constantly telling yourself that you can't do something, or that you're not good enough, then you're not going to achieve much. But if you work on your mindset every day, if you start thinking differently about your potential, you'll see opportunities where others see obstacles. Here's the good news. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't need to change everything about yourself overnight. What's important is that you're making progress. You're taking small steps every day to improve. That's how you build momentum. That's how you get better. High achievers don't wake up one day and suddenly have all the knowledge, all the skills, and all the success. They build it, piece by piece, every single day. They set aside time to read, to learn, to grow. They're never satisfied with the status quo. They know that success is a journey, not a destination. And the best part, anyone can do this. It's not about talent or natural ability. It's about showing up every day and making the effort. You might wonder, where do I start? What should I focus on? Well, the answer is simple. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. It doesn't matter what your goals are, whether you want to get better at your job, improve your health, or build stronger relationships. It all starts with working on yourself. Take time every day to invest in your personal development. Set aside time to read, to learn, and to grow. It doesn't have to be hours. Even if you just spend 10 or 20 minutes a day, that's enough to start seeing results. It's about building a habit of growth. Over time, those small daily investments add up. And when they do, you'll be amazed at how much you've learned and how far you've come. The truth is, you're never too old to learn. You're never too late to start working on yourself. In fact, the earlier you start, the better. But no matter where you are, the important thing is that you start today. Start right now. If you want to be successful, you've got to make personal growth a priority. It's easy to get distracted by everything going on in your life. Family, work, responsibilities. But if you're not constantly working on yourself, if you're not constantly improving, then you're standing still. And standing still in a world that's always moving forward means you're falling behind. High achievers understand this better than anyone. They know that personal development isn't something you do when you have time. It's something you make time for every single day, whether it's reading a book, listening to a podcast, or working on a new skill. They are always doing something to improve themselves, and they do it day in and day out. There are no shortcuts, no quick fixes. It's the daily effort that pays off in the long run. So let me ask you, are you willing to put in the effort? Are you willing to commit to working on yourself every single day? Because if you are, you're already on the path to success. The key to getting where you want to go is simple. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing yourself to be better. It's not always easy. Some days you'll be tired. Some days you won't feel like putting in the work. But let me tell you something. The people who achieve the most are the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it. They push through the tough days, and they keep moving forward. So make that commitment today. Start working on yourself every day. You'll be amazed at how much progress you can make in a year, 2 years, or even 5 years. And when you look back, you'll realize that the person you've become is the result of every single day you dedicated to becoming better. Your success is a direct reflection of the work you put into yourself. Number 3, they master the power of discipline. I know the word might not sound glamorous or exciting, but let me tell you, discipline is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your life. And the people who achieve great things, who really make it happen, are the ones who master the power of discipline. Think about it for a second. We all have dreams. We all have things we want to accomplish in life. But it's not enough just to want it. You can want success. You can want wealth. You can want better health. But if you're not disciplined enough to do what it takes to get those things, then it's just a dream. Discipline is what turns those dreams into reality. High achievers don't rely on motivation. They don't wait for the perfect moment to get started. They don't wait until they feel like doing it. They understand that motivation is temporary, but discipline is what lasts. They know that if they can control their actions and stick to the plan, they will get results. And they also know that it's the small, consistent actions, done day after day, that lead to big success. The truth is, without discipline, you won't get very far. You can have all the talent in the world, all the knowledge, and all the ambition, but without the ability to stay focused, to keep going even when it gets tough, you won't reach your full potential. Discipline is what keeps you on track. It's what keeps you moving forward when you want to quit. It's what helps you do the things you don't feel like doing, because you know it's going to get you closer to your goals. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not always easy. There will be days when you don't feel like working. There will be days when you want to give up, when you'd rather take the easy route, or when you just want to do what feels good in the moment. But here's the thing. High achievers understand that the easy route doesn't lead to success. They know that if they're going to achieve anything, they have to be willing to do the hard work. They have to be willing to push through the discomfort and keep going. Discipline is about making choices. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when it's not fun. It's about sticking to the plan and staying committed, no matter what obstacles come your way. And the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So if you want to be successful, if you want to be a high achiever, then you need to master discipline. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. High achievers know that it's not about doing something great once in a while. It's about doing it every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's the daily habits, the routine, the small steps taken consistently over time that lead to massive success. You might not see immediate results, and you might feel like it's not worth it sometimes. But let me tell you, those small, consistent actions add up, and over time, they will get you where you want to go. The thing about discipline is that it's not just about doing the hard stuff. It's also about avoiding the things that will hold you back. High achievers know that they have to say no to distractions. They have to say no to the things that won't get them closer to their goals. And that's one of the toughest parts of discipline. It's easy to get caught up in things that feel good in the moment. Watching TV, scrolling through social media, procrastinating. But these things don't move you forward. High achievers understand that in order to succeed, they need to focus their energy on the things that matter. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. And working smarter means sticking to the things that will help you grow, improve, and get closer to your goals. You have to develop the discipline to say no to things that waste your time, and say yes to the things that are going to get you where you want to be. Here's another thing about discipline, it's about setting boundaries. High achievers set boundaries with themselves and with others. They don't let other people or distractions pull them off course. They know that if they're going to succeed, they need to protect their time, their focus, and their energy. They understand that saying no to things that don't align with their goals is a crucial part of staying disciplined. But let's be clear, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's not about doing everything right all the time. It's about staying committed and doing the best you can, even when things don't go perfectly. High achievers know that they're going to have setbacks. They're going to make mistakes and they're going to fail sometimes. But discipline means getting back up and continuing to move forward. It's about not letting failures stop you, but instead learning from them and using them to get better. Another part of mastering discipline is understanding that success is a long game. High achievers know that there are no quick fixes. There are no shortcuts. There are no magic pills. Success comes from consistent, disciplined action over a long period of time. It's about being patient and trusting the process. High achievers know that they can't rush the journey, but if they stay disciplined and keep putting in the work, the results will come. Discipline also requires focus. High achievers know that if they want to achieve big things, they need to focus on what matters most. They don't spread themselves too thin. They focus their energy and attention on the tasks that will have the greatest impact. And this is something that a lot of people overlook. Success is not about doing everything. It's about doing the most important things and doing them well. So, how do you master discipline? It starts with small, intentional actions every day. It's about making a commitment to yourself to do what you said you would do. It's about sticking to the plan, even when things get tough. It's about building daily habits that move you closer to your goals, even if it's just a little bit every day. And it's about saying no to distractions and focusing on what's really important. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the key that unlocks your potential. If you want to achieve great things, if you want to be a high achiever, then you have to master discipline. You have to make it a non-negotiable part of your life. And once you do, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make and how far you can go. Number 4, they stay hungry for growth. High achievers don't settle for where they are. They don't say, I've made it, or I've learned enough. No, they're always looking for the next step. They're always seeking to grow, to improve, and to get better. They stay hungry for growth, and that hunger is what drives them to achieve great things. Now you might wonder, why do I need to stay hungry for growth? The answer is simple. If you're not growing, you're going backwards. Life moves fast. The world changes quickly. If you're not actively learning and growing, you'll get left behind. The people who continue to grow, who seek out new knowledge, new experiences, and new challenges, are the ones who succeed. It's not about just working hard. It's about constantly evolving and pushing yourself to be better than you were yesterday. High achievers understand that they're never done. There's always room to improve. They know that no matter how much success they achieve, there's always something new to learn, a new skill to master, a new idea to explore. They understand that the moment you stop learning, you start stagnating, and stagnation is the enemy of progress. You've got to stay hungry for growth, or you'll start losing ground. But here's the thing, staying hungry for growth isn't about being dissatisfied with where you are. It's not about always feeling like you're not enough. It's about recognizing that life is a journey, not a destination. Every day is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. High achievers embrace this mindset. They understand that growth is a lifelong pursuit. They're never done. There's always more to learn, more to do, and more to accomplish. So, how do you stay hungry for growth? First and foremost, it's about having a mindset of curiosity. High achievers are always asking questions. They're not satisfied with the surface level of things. They dig deeper. They want to know why things work the way they do. They want to understand the bigger picture. When you're curious, you're constantly learning, and that keeps you hungry. Another key to staying hungry for growth is setting new goals. If you're not challenging yourself, you're not growing. It's easy to get comfortable. You achieve one goal and think, that's enough for now. But high achievers don't think that way. They set new, bigger goals. They push themselves beyond their comfort zone, because they know that's where the real growth happens. It's when you step out of your comfort zone, when you stretch yourself, that you discover what you're truly capable of. And here's the secret. Growth doesn't always happen in big, dramatic moments. Sometimes it's the small, everyday actions that add up over time. Every time you pick up a book, listen to a podcast, or take on a new challenge, you're growing. The key is consistency. High achievers don't wait for perfect moments or huge breakthroughs. They keep putting in the work, day after day, and that's what leads to massive growth over time. Growth also requires a willingness to face discomfort. The truth is, if you want to grow, you're going to have to do things that aren't easy. You're going to have to push through difficult situations. You're going to have to fail sometimes, and you're going to have to learn from those failures. But that's the beauty of growth. It's not always smooth, but it's always worth it. The discomfort you feel today is the strength you'll have tomorrow. Every time you face a challenge, every time you overcome an obstacle, you grow. And this is what keeps high achievers hungry for more. But let's talk about something that can easily get in the way of growth: complacency. It's easy to get comfortable once you've achieved a certain level of success. You've made some progress. Things are going well, and you start to relax. But high achievers understand that comfort zones are where growth stops. If you're not challenging yourself, you're not growing. They keep themselves hungry by continuously pushing beyond their current limits. They keep setting higher goals and bigger challenges. They know that growth happens when you push yourself to do things you've never done before. A big part of staying hungry for growth is being open to feedback. High achievers actively seek out feedback, even if it's tough to hear. They understand that criticism is just a tool for growth. It's a chance to learn, to improve, and to do better next time. If you're not open to feedback, you're limiting your growth. High achievers, on the other hand, see feedback as a gift, a way to see where they can improve and how they can keep growing. Another important piece of staying hungry for growth is surrounding yourself with people who inspire you to grow. High achievers don't isolate themselves. They find others who are on the same path, who share the same hunger for growth. They learn from those around them. They find mentors. They join groups, and they surround themselves with people who challenge them to be better. If you want to grow, you've got to surround yourself with people who push you. You need to be around people who are also hungry for growth, because they will motivate you to keep going, even when things get tough. But here's the key. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You don't need to know exactly how you're going to get to where you want to go. What matters is that you're always looking for ways to grow, always asking questions, always seeking new opportunities, and always willing to stretch beyond what you think is possible. Staying hungry for growth is a mindset, a way of life. It's the understanding that no matter where you are today, there's always room to improve, always room to grow. So ask yourself, how hungry are you for growth? Are you satisfied with where you are? Or do you see every day as an opportunity to get better? Because if you truly want to be successful, if you truly want to achieve great things, then you've got to stay hungry. You've got to keep pushing, keep learning, and keep growing. And if you do that, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Number 5. They make quick decisions and stick to them. High achievers don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment or overthink every little thing. They make decisions fast and move forward with confidence. And this ability to decide quickly without second guessing is a major reason why they succeed. In life, we're constantly faced with decisions. Every day you make hundreds of small choices. What to eat for breakfast, what to wear, whether or not to hit the snooze button on your alarm. But then there are the bigger decisions, the ones that have a real impact on your future. And here's the truth. Those who are successful know that if you want to get ahead, you've got to make decisions quickly and stick to them. The longer you wait, the more you risk losing valuable time. Now, it's not about rushing through decisions without thought or consideration. That's not what I'm talking about. It's about being decisive. It's about trusting yourself enough to make a choice and then committing to it. High achievers know that the act of making a decision is powerful. It sets things in motion. It gives you direction. And once that decision is made, they don't waste time looking back. They don't keep wondering, what if I made the wrong choice? They take action and make it work. Here's why making quick decisions is so important. Indecision leads to wasted time and lost opportunities. When you don't make a decision, you stay stuck. You're not moving forward. You're not learning. You're not growing. You're just standing still. And standing still in life is not an option for high achievers. They understand that making a decision, even if it's the wrong one, is far better than doing nothing at all. It's all about momentum. When you make a decision quickly, you start to build momentum. You begin to move in a direction, and even if that direction isn't perfect, it's better than no direction at all. Once you're moving, you can adjust, change course, and adapt. But you can't do any of that if you're stuck in the what-if phase. Let's be clear. Making quick decisions doesn't mean making rash decisions. High achievers know that it's important to gather information, think things through, and understand the risks involved. But once they have enough information, they act. They don't get bogged down in analysis paralysis, where they're stuck in a loop of overthinking every detail. They trust their gut, they trust their process, and they move forward. Think about it this way. The longer you wait to make a decision, the longer it takes to get to where you want to go. Life doesn't wait for you to figure things out. Opportunities pass by. And if you're still thinking about it, you might miss your chance. But if you make a decision quickly, even if it's not perfect, you create the space for action, and action is what leads to progress. Now let me be real with you. Making decisions quickly doesn't mean you're always going to get it right. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail sometimes, and that's okay. High achievers know that failure is part of the process. It's not the end. It's just part of learning and growing. What matters is that you don't get stuck. You don't let one wrong decision stop you. You keep going. You adjust. You learn from it. And you make the next decision. Another thing to keep in mind is that making quick decisions builds confidence. The more you practice making decisions quickly, the easier it becomes. You get better at trusting your instincts, at weighing the pros and cons, and at moving forward with conviction. And confidence is one of the most powerful tools you can have. When you're confident in your decisions, you're more likely to take bold action and create the life you want. Here's a simple truth. Successful people are not afraid to make decisions. They know that if they don't make a decision, someone else will. They know that if they don't take action, someone else will. And that's the difference between winners and losers. High achievers know that the real competition is not against others. It's against their own hesitation. They beat hesitation by making decisions and sticking to them. Let's also talk about the importance of commitment. Once you've made a decision, you've got to stick with it. High achievers are not the type of people who flip-flop. They don't change their minds every time something gets hard or doesn't go as planned. They make a decision, and they commit to it, even when it gets tough. The commitment to your decision is what keeps you moving forward, no matter what obstacles you face. One of the hardest parts about making decisions is the fear of making the wrong choice. We all have that voice in our heads that says, what if I mess up? What if this doesn't work out? But here's the thing, fear of making the wrong decision will only keep you stuck. It will paralyze you. High achievers understand that the only real failure is in not making a decision at all. You can always adjust, you can always fix things, but if you're not moving forward, you're not learning. So how do you get better at making decisions? Start small. Practice making quick decisions in your daily life. Don't overthink the little things. Trust your instincts and move forward. Once you build the habit of making decisions quickly, you'll find that it becomes easier to make the big decisions too. And before you know it, you'll be making decisions with confidence. And those decisions will be driving you toward your success. At the end of the day, the people who succeed are the ones who make decisions. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't hesitate. They don't second guess. They make decisions quickly, and they stick with them. They understand that making a decision sets the wheels in motion, and that's what gets them to their goals. So don't be afraid to decide. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, and start making decisions today. Number 6, they wake up early and own their mornings. The habit of waking up early and owning your mornings. High achievers have one thing in common. They don't waste their mornings. They wake up early and they take control of the first few hours of their day. Why is this important? Because how you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. It's easy to hit the snooze button and roll back into bed, convincing yourself that a few more minutes of sleep will help. But here's the reality. When you start your day by giving in to that temptation, you're letting your day slip away. You're giving away your time, and time is something you can never get back. The people who are successful know that the early morning hours are the most valuable time of the day. They're quiet, they're peaceful, and they're a chance to get ahead while the rest of the world is still sleeping. Now, waking up early doesn't mean you have to jump out of bed and immediately run a marathon. No, it's about creating a routine that sets you up for success. It's about having the discipline to get out of bed and spend that time wisely. High achievers know that mornings are the foundation for the rest of the day. If you want to succeed, you've got to own your mornings. So let's break this down. Why do high achievers wake up early? First, it's because they understand the importance of time. Time is the one thing you can never get back. The average person hits snooze, drags through the morning, and wastes valuable hours. High achievers, on the other hand, wake up with purpose. They know that the way they start their day will affect everything they do. They're proactive, not reactive. They don't let their day happen to them. They make their day happen. Waking up early gives you a head start. Think about it. While others are still sleeping, you're already up and moving. You've got time to think, plan, and work on your goals before the distractions of the day set in. The early hours are the most productive hours of the day because there are fewer interruptions. It's just you and your thoughts. There's no noise, no emails, no phone calls. It's the perfect time to focus on what really matters. When you wake up early, you also set the tone for the rest of your day. If you start your day feeling rushed, stressed, or unprepared, it's hard to turn that around. But when you wake up early, you have time to ease into your day. You can start with a morning routine that helps you feel calm and focused. Maybe you start with a cup of coffee, a few minutes of reading, or some light exercise. The point is, you give yourself a chance to set your intentions for the day and get yourself in the right mindset. High achievers know that the mornings are when their energy is highest. After a good night's sleep, you wake up refreshed and ready to go. But if you sleep in, you're starting your day with less energy. You've missed out on that early momentum. When you wake up early, you tap into that energy and channel it into your goals. You're not wasting time. You're using those first few hours to get ahead, to think clearly, and to set the stage for a productive day. Let's talk about routines for a minute. High achievers have a morning routine, and it's not just about checking off a list of things to do. It's about creating a ritual that helps them get into the right mindset. It's about taking control of their day rather than letting their day control them. The morning routine is key to this. When you wake up early, you have time to do the things that set you up for success. It could be meditation, journaling, exercising, reading, or even planning your day. Whatever it is, it's about starting the day with purpose and intention. Here's another reason why waking up early is important. It's a sign of discipline. Waking up early isn't always easy, especially when you've had a long day or when your bed feels extra cozy. But high achievers don't let their comfort dictate their actions. They make the decision to get up and take action, even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is doing the things you know you should do, even when you don't feel like doing them. And waking up early is one of the simplest ways to practice discipline in your life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm not a morning person. Well, let me tell you, that's just an excuse. You don't have to be a morning person to wake up early and own your mornings. It's all about building the habit. Start small. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier than usual, and gradually work your way up. The more consistent you are, the easier it gets. Before long, waking up early will feel natural. And the best part, the more you do it, the more you'll realize how much it benefits you. Another important aspect of waking up early is that it gives you time to plan. Successful people don't just wake up and wing it. They have a plan for the day. They know what they need to do, and they've already thought about how they're going to do it. When you wake up early, you have time to think about your goals, prioritize your tasks, and set a clear direction for your day. This kind of intentional planning can make a huge difference in your productivity and your overall success. But here's something even more powerful about waking up early. It creates momentum. The more you wake up early, the more you get done. The more confident you become in your ability to take control of your day. You start to see the results of your hard work. You see how much you can accomplish in the early hours of the day. And that momentum carries you through the rest of the day. It's a cycle of success. The more you wake up early, the more you get done, and the more motivated you become to keep going. In the end, waking up early is a habit that can change your life. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about taking control of your mornings and using that time to set yourself up for success. High achievers wake up early because they understand the power of the morning hours. They understand that the way you start your day can make all the difference. So if you want to take your life to the next level, start waking up early, own your mornings, and you'll own your day. Number 7, they stay calm under pressure. Life has a way of throwing challenges at us when we least expect it. One moment everything is calm and under control, and the next moment it feels like everything is falling apart. But here's the thing. High achievers know that the key to success isn't avoiding pressure or stress. It's about learning how to stay calm when the pressure is on. They don't lose their heads, they don't panic, and they don't let their emotions take over. Instead, they stay calm, think clearly, and make better decisions in the face of pressure. Pressure is a part of life. It's inevitable. Whether it's at work, in personal relationships, or in any area of your life, there are times when you'll face stress and challenges. But what separates high achievers from everyone else is their ability to handle that pressure in a way that doesn't derail them. They know that in those moments, their response is what matters most. If you can stay calm under pressure, you can handle anything that comes your way. The first thing high achievers do when the pressure hits is they take a deep breath. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly effective. Breathing deeply helps to calm your mind and body. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos and feel overwhelmed, but taking a moment to pause and breathe gives you space to collect your thoughts and center yourself. This helps you approach the situation from a place of calm rather than reacting emotionally or impulsively. In those high-pressure moments, high achievers don't let their emotions control them. They don't let fear, frustration, or anxiety take over. They know that emotions can cloud their judgment and lead to poor decisions. Instead, they stay focused. They take a step back, assess the situation, and make decisions based on logic and clear thinking, not panic or fear. They understand that emotions are temporary, but the consequences of their actions can last longer. So they make sure their responses are thoughtful and deliberate. Another important skill that high achievers have is the ability to prioritize under pressure. When everything feels urgent, it's easy to get distracted and try to do everything at once. But high achievers know that not everything is as important as it seems in the moment. They can step back, assess what needs to be done, and focus on what truly matters. They know that if they tackle the most important tasks first, they'll feel more in control, and the pressure will start to feel less overwhelming. Staying calm under pressure also requires a strong sense of confidence. High achievers believe in their ability to handle tough situations. They know that they've faced challenges before and come through them stronger. This confidence doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from experience. They've learned how to navigate through tough times and have proven to themselves that they can handle whatever comes their way. This confidence gives them the clarity they need to make good decisions, even when the pressure is high. One key factor that helps high achievers stay calm is their preparation. They don't wait until the last minute to figure things out. They are proactive, not reactive. They plan ahead, they stay organized, and they make sure they're ready for whatever might come their way. When you're prepared, you're less likely to panic when something unexpected happens. You've already got a plan, you've already thought things through, and you can adjust as needed without losing your cool. Another way high achievers stay calm under pressure is by focusing on what they can control. There are always things in life that are beyond our control, but that doesn't mean we should get caught up in worrying about them. High achievers don't waste time or energy on things they can't control. Instead, they focus on the things they can influence: their actions, their responses, and their decisions. By keeping their focus on what they can control, they prevent themselves from getting bogged down by the chaos around them. When pressure mounts, high achievers also understand the importance of taking a step back when needed. They know that sometimes you have to remove yourself from a situation for a moment to gain perspective. Whether it's taking a walk, stepping into another room, or just sitting quietly for a few minutes, they recognize that giving themselves a moment to breathe and reset can make all the difference. This brief break allows them to return to the situation with a clear mind and a fresh outlook. Staying calm under pressure is also about trusting the process. High achievers know that pressure is just a part of life, and it's something that can be handled. They trust in their skills, their ability to navigate challenges, and their ability to find solutions. They've learned that no matter how difficult a situation seems, it can be overcome with patience, focus, and a calm approach. This ability to stay calm isn't something that happens overnight. It's a skill that high achievers develop over time. They learn from experience. They practice staying calm in small situations, and gradually they get better at handling bigger ones. They understand that life will always have its ups and downs, but their ability to stay calm during the downs is what gives them the strength to keep moving forward. Finally, high achievers know that staying calm under pressure is about mindset. They approach challenges with the belief that they are capable of handling whatever comes their way. They don't see pressure as a roadblock. They see it as an opportunity to prove their resilience and strength. Their mindset is focused on solutions, not problems. They know that every challenge is temporary, and if they stay calm and focused, they'll come through it stronger and more prepared for whatever is next. When you stay calm under pressure, you make better decisions, you preserve your energy, and you protect your peace of mind. It's a skill that separates those who succeed from those who get stuck. High achievers know that they can't control every situation, but they can control how they respond. And by staying calm, they maintain control over themselves and their actions, no matter how high the pressure gets. So the next time life throws a challenge your way, remember staying calm is the key to handling it. Take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, and trust in your ability to navigate through it. When you stay calm under pressure, you'll find that you're not only able to handle the situation, but you're also able to learn and grow from it. And that's what makes you stronger in the long run. Number 8, they constantly seek challenges. Not comfort. High achievers have a mindset that's different from most people. While many are focused on seeking comfort, high achievers are constantly looking for new challenges. It's not that they enjoy hardship or struggle for the sake of struggle, but they understand that growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. If you're looking to become the best version of yourself, if you're looking to truly succeed, you can't stay in a place that feels safe and easy all the time. You have to push yourself beyond what feels comfortable. Seeking challenges is what separates those who settle from those who strive for greatness. The truth is, it's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to stick to the routines and environments that make us feel secure. But security isn't where the magic happens. In fact, staying in your comfort zone is one of the quickest ways to stagnate and stop growing. High achievers, on the other hand, are always looking for ways to stretch themselves. They know that the road to success isn't straight or easy. It's full of obstacles, hurdles, and challenges. And they embrace that because they know that overcoming those challenges is what will help them grow. Why do high achievers seek challenges? Because they understand that challenges are where the real growth happens. When everything is easy, when everything is smooth, you don't learn much, you don't improve. But when you face a challenge, when something is hard, that's when you learn new skills. That's when you figure out what you're really capable of. Challenges push you to dig deeper, to try harder, and to become better than you were yesterday. And it's not just about work or achieving big goals. High achievers apply this mindset to all areas of their lives. They seek challenges in their personal lives, in their health, in their relationships. They don't shy away from difficult conversations, uncomfortable situations, or pushing their bodies to new limits. They know that personal growth doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from stepping up, taking risks, and pushing yourself to do things that scare you or seem impossible. One thing that sets high achievers apart is that they are not afraid of failure. In fact, they embrace failure as part of the process. When they face a challenge, they know that failure is a possibility, but they also know that failure doesn't define them. It's just a stepping stone on the path to success. They understand that every challenge they take on, even if they fail at first, is an opportunity to learn and grow. Failure doesn't hold them back. It motivates them to try again and do better next time. High achievers also understand that challenges help them build resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when things get tough. The more challenges you face, the more resilient you become. When you constantly seek challenges, you're strengthening your ability to handle adversity. You're building the mental and emotional toughness you need to face whatever life throws your way. And that resilience is what allows high achievers to stay focused and keep pushing forward, no matter how many obstacles they encounter. But seeking challenges isn't just about personal growth. It's also about making an impact. High achievers want to make a difference in the world, and they know that in order to do that, they have to push the limits of what's possible. They take on challenges because they want to create something bigger than themselves. They want to leave a legacy, to do work that matters, and to help others along the way. They know that big achievements require big risks, and that success rarely comes without stepping out of your comfort zone. I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I fail? That's a fair question. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing is never trying. The worst thing is playing it safe and living a life that's small and limited. High achievers aren't afraid of failure because they know that every failure is just another lesson on the path to success. They know that each time they fail, they get closer to their goal. They learn something new, they grow stronger, and they're one step closer to achieving what they set out to do. Seeking challenges also helps high achievers build confidence. Each time they take on something difficult and succeed, they gain more confidence in their abilities. They prove to themselves that they are capable of doing hard things, and this confidence doesn't just help them with the next challenge. It also helps them inspire others. When people see you taking on challenges and succeeding, they begin to believe in themselves too. You set an example for others, and in doing so, you become a leader, someone others can look up to. And let's talk about fear for a second. Fear is one of the main reasons people avoid challenges. It's easy to be scared of what might happen if you take a big leap or try something new. But high achievers don't let fear control them. They acknowledge the fear, but they don't let it stop them. They use that fear as fuel, as a signal that they're about to do something important, something that will help them grow. They've learned that the best things in life are on the other side of fear, and they're willing to face that fear head on in order to achieve their goals. Another reason high achievers constantly seek challenges is that they are always looking for new opportunities. Life is constantly changing, and so are the opportunities around us. By seeking challenges, you open yourself up to new experiences, new people, and new ways of thinking. You grow not just in the areas you're already good at, but in new areas that you might never have considered before. Challenges force you to think differently, to be more creative, and to innovate. They keep you from getting stuck in the same old routine, and they push you to explore new paths that can lead to even greater success. Ultimately, high achievers know that challenges are an essential part of life. They understand that you don't grow by staying in your comfort zone. You grow by seeking out new challenges, by taking risks, and by pushing yourself to do things that make you uncomfortable. It's through those challenges that you discover your true potential, and it's through those challenges that you become the person you were meant to be. So if you're serious about becoming a high achiever, start seeking challenges. Don't avoid the hard things. Don't shy away from the things that scare you. Embrace them. Seek them out. Step up and face them head on. Because the challenges you take on today are what will shape your success tomorrow. Number 9, they never stop until they reach their goal. High achievers are relentless in their pursuit of success. They don't just set goals and hope they'll get there someday. They set their sights on something, and they go after it with everything they've got. They don't stop when things get tough. They don't quit when they face obstacles. They keep pushing forward. no matter how many setbacks they face, until they reach their goal. Their mindset is simple. It's not about how fast you get there. It's about staying committed and doing whatever it takes to reach the finish line. What makes high achievers so successful is their refusal to give up. They understand that the road to success is never a straight path. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. There will be times when things don't go as planned. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and even failure. But high achievers know that these are just part of the process. They don't let them stop them. They don't let setbacks define them. Instead, they use those challenges as fuel to keep going, knowing that persistence is the key to success. One of the most powerful things high achievers do is they keep their eyes on the prize. They focus on their goal and don't get distracted by the small stuff along the way. It's easy to get caught up in the little problems, the setbacks, and the disappointments. But high achievers know that if they focus too much on those things, they risk losing sight of their bigger goal. So they keep moving forward even when things get tough. They know that every step they take, no matter how small, brings them closer to their destination. The key to their persistence is their belief in themselves and their goals. High achievers have an unshakable belief that they are capable of achieving what they set out to do. They know that success isn't about luck or talent. It's about determination. It's about being willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goal, no matter how long it takes or how hard it gets. This belief keeps them motivated, even when the road ahead seems long and uncertain. Another thing that keeps high achievers going is their ability to stay positive in the face of adversity. They don't let failures or setbacks bring them down. Instead, they view each challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. They understand that success doesn't happen overnight, and they're not discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as they'd like. They trust the process and keep moving forward, knowing that each step, each effort brings them closer to their goal. High achievers are also incredibly disciplined. They understand that success requires consistent effort. It's not about working hard for a few days or weeks and then giving up when things get tough. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the work. Whether they feel like it or not, whether things are going well or not, they stay committed to their goal. They build habits that keep them on track, and they don't let distractions or obstacles get in their way. This discipline also extends to their time. High achievers are masters at managing their time wisely. They understand that time is one of the most valuable resources they have, and they don't waste it. They prioritize their goal and make sure that every action they take is aligned with that goal. They understand that time spent on things that don't bring them closer to their goal is time wasted. So they are focused and intentional with their time, making sure that they stay on track and keep moving forward. One of the most important qualities of high achievers is their resilience. When they face setbacks, they don't crumble. When they encounter obstacles, they don't quit. They adapt. They find a way to keep moving forward even when things don't go according to plan. They know that resilience is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up halfway. High achievers don't just have a plan. They have the ability to adapt and adjust when things don't go as expected. This resilience allows them to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. And let's not forget that high achievers know the value of hard work. They understand that there's no shortcut to success. There's no magic formula that will get them where they want to go without putting in the effort. They are willing to do the work, day in and day out, to reach their goal. They understand that success is the result of countless, small, consistent efforts. They're not looking for quick wins or easy solutions. They're looking for long-term, sustainable success, and they know that requires consistent, hard work. One of the things high achievers do is break their big goals into smaller, manageable steps. They know that it's easy to get overwhelmed when you think about the entire journey ahead. But when you break a big goal into smaller pieces, it becomes much easier to stay focused and motivated. High achievers set smaller milestones along the way, and every time they achieve one of those milestones, it's a reminder that they're on the right path. This helps them maintain momentum and stay motivated throughout the process. The other key to their persistence is their ability to stay flexible. High achievers understand that things don't always go as planned. They know that they might encounter unexpected obstacles along the way, but they don't let these obstacles derail them. Instead, they adapt. They adjust their approach. They find new solutions, and they keep moving forward. They understand that the path to success isn't a straight line. It's full of detours and bumps, but they don't let that stop them. They are committed to their goal, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to reach it. At the end of the day, high achievers are the ones who never give up. They are the ones who stay committed to their goals, no matter what. They understand that success isn't about talent or luck. It's about persistence. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and never losing sight of your goal. They don't stop until they reach that goal, and because they never stop, they achieve success. So if you want to be a high achiever, remember this: keep going. When things get tough, don't quit. When you face setbacks, don't give up. Keep pushing forward. Break your goals down into smaller steps. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and never lose sight of your ultimate goal. Because in the end, the ones who never stop are the ones who achieve greatness. Number 10, surround yourself with the right people. The people you surround yourself with can have a huge impact on your success. If you want to achieve great things in life, you need to be intentional about who you spend your time with. High achievers understand this better than anyone. They know that the right people can help lift them up, motivate them, and push them to be the best version of themselves. On the other hand, being around the wrong people can hold you back, drain your energy, and keep you from reaching your full potential. The first thing high achievers do is make sure they are surrounded by people who share their vision and values. These people are supportive, positive, and have the same drive to succeed. When you're around people who are focused on their goals, it becomes easier to stay focused on yours. You feed off each other's energy and inspiration, and you push each other to keep going, even when things get tough. High achievers seek out others who are striving for greatness, not those who are content with mediocrity. They know that being around people who have big dreams can help them dream bigger and work harder to achieve their own goals. But it's not just about being around people who share your ambitions. It's also about being around people who challenge you. High achievers surround themselves with individuals who aren't afraid to push them outside of their comfort zone. These are people who won't let you settle for less. They ask the hard questions, offer constructive criticism, and give you the honest feedback you need to improve. They help you see things from a different perspective and encourage you to think bigger. If you're only surrounding yourself with people who tell you what you want to hear, you're never going to grow. But when you surround yourself with people who challenge you to think better, work harder, and become more, that's when real growth happens. Another key quality of the right people is their willingness to support you during tough times. High achievers know that the journey to success isn't always smooth. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But when you surround yourself with the right people, you don't have to go through those tough times alone. The right people are there to offer encouragement, lend a helping hand, and remind you of your potential when you're feeling discouraged. They won't let you quit or give up on your dreams. They'll keep you grounded and focused on your goals, even when the going gets tough. High achievers also know that they can't do it all alone. Success is not a solo journey. It takes a team of people working together, supporting each other, and sharing their strengths to achieve great things. Whether it's a mentor, a business partner, a coach, or a close friend, having the right people around you can make all the difference. The right people bring different skills, perspectives, and experiences to the table, and together you can achieve more than you could on your own. High achievers don't just rely on their own abilities. They know that the success of those around them contributes to their own success. They work together with others to achieve common goals and celebrate each other's victories along the way. But it's not just about the people who support you. It's also about the people who inspire you. High achievers seek out mentors, role models, and people who have already achieved what they want to achieve. These are the people who can offer wisdom, guidance, and advice based on their own experiences. They've been through the struggles and the challenges, and they know what it takes to succeed. When you surround yourself with people who have already walked the path you're on, you can learn from their mistakes and successes, and avoid making the same mistakes yourself. Mentors and role models can help you fast-track your success by sharing their knowledge and showing you the way forward. One thing high achievers never do is allow toxic people to enter their inner circle. They understand that negativity, criticism, and drama can drain your energy and hold you back from reaching your potential. Toxic people are those who criticize, complain, and bring negativity into your life. They might be friends, family, or colleagues, but if they aren't adding value to your life, it's time to distance yourself. High achievers are careful about who they let into their lives, and they know that surrounding themselves with positive, supportive, and like-minded people is crucial to their success. If you're constantly surrounded by people who bring you down, you'll find it much harder to stay motivated and focused on your goals. That's why high achievers make it a priority to build a network of people who lift them up, not drag them down. Another important aspect of surrounding yourself with the right people is that it helps you stay accountable. When you have people around you who care about your success, who want to see you win, they will hold you accountable for your actions and decisions. They won't let you slack off or make excuses. They'll keep you on track and remind you of the commitments you've made to yourself. Accountability is one of the most powerful tools for achieving success. When you know someone is counting on you to follow through, it's much harder to procrastinate or give up on your goals. High achievers also know the power of surrounding themselves with people who bring out the best in them. It's easy to get bogged down by negativity, self-doubt, and fear of failure. But when you surround yourself with people who encourage you to be the best version of yourself, who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself, you're much more likely to stay motivated and focused on your goals. These people help you see your potential and remind you of your strengths. They help you build confidence in yourself and your abilities, which is essential for achieving success. Finally, high achievers understand the importance of surrounding themselves with people who bring out the best in them. Not just professionally, but personally. The right people are the ones who support you in all areas of your life, not just in your career or business. They care about your well-being, your happiness, and your personal growth. They help you maintain balance in your life and remind you to take care of yourself, both physically and mentally. When you have the right people around you, you are more likely to feel supported, encouraged, and empowered to take on the challenges of life and reach your goals. In conclusion, the people you surround yourself with play a huge role in your success. If you want to achieve great things in life, it's essential to surround yourself with people who support, challenge, inspire, and motivate you. The right people will help you stay focused, hold you accountable, and remind you of your potential, especially during tough times. They'll encourage you to grow, push you to reach your goals, and celebrate your successes with you. So take a look at the people in your life. Are they helping you become the person you want to be? If not, it might be time to seek out the right people who will lift you up and help you get where you want to go. Success isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. As we wrap up, remember this: high achievers aren't special. They just make the right choices every single day. It's about showing up, staying focused, and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Your mindset is everything, and by shifting how you think and how you act, you can start achieving more than you ever thought possible. Now take what you've learned today and put it into action. Start taking responsibility, keep growing, and stay disciplined. Surround yourself with the right people, keep pushing forward, and never stop until you reach your goals. Success doesn't happen overnight, but with the right mindset and the right habits, it's only a matter of time before you get there. So take the first step today. Stay consistent, stay committed, and you'll see the results. Thanks for watching, and remember, your future starts with the choices you make today. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next one.